Waiting to see if I actually go live anytime soon. All right, so when this actually happens, I'll be on a delay, but here you go. Thank you to Chumba Carumba, not just for the follow, but for the subscription. Wow, you guys are great. I'll be sending a present in game if that's your NA name. Verbose Equips, Ball with a Ball, and thank you for the subscribe by Fear Cried. Fear Cried. I'm having trouble saying your name, but thank you. Also, my new lipstick arrived. This is important business. I'm not a big fan of it. It's actually kind of crappy quality for what I got. You know, I expected a little bit more, but what you gonna do? Don't really care in the long run. So what we're doing today is a combination of things, but I started our rando. Sometimes I do a couple of randos before I even get started doing anything for the day. And today I managed to go to one Seminole Girl. And what's fascinating is Seminole Girl 1992, and it's actually a fabulous house. So I wanted to show it to you together. That way we can look at it together and appreciate how awesome it is and have this be our rando. Because it was. I'm feeling a little better today. I bought some over-the-counter stuff that's helping me with the infections and until I get to see the doctor on the 10th. So it's quite a wait until they figure out what's wrong with me. But I have a suspicion I know what it is, and it's not going to be something curable if I'm right. So I'm just going to have to learn to live with it. So best to try to figure out how to do that now. It'll be yet another thing that I have to live with. So what you going to do? So what they did in this house, it's 700 out of 700 items. And when we go inside, you'll see just how nice that looks. But there's also 32 FX in here. And I'm going to vent a little bit because yesterday I was watching J Heart's stream, which was fabulous, and I hope you all tuned in to see everybody's creations for the Kragenholm contest. And it was spectacular. Some of these creations were so good that I've never seen anything like some of them. That's an FX right there, that effect. I'm going to just call them effect instead of FX because it sounds weird to say FX. So I was happy with pretty much everything I saw. I don't know why they added this extra thing. Is there something underneath it? I think there is. Sploosh! And I couldn't go to it. I think there's a stairway down there, or swimming. So yeah, I was sad. It had nothing to do with any of the builds people did. What I was upset about was that there was a comment made at one point that someone said that they want to use EHT, they like building with EHT, but they think that FX are detrimental to the game in the sense that they're take away from what you can do with actual items. And that upset me because, and I didn't say anything at the time, and hopefully this person will probably not ever hear about me being upset by it, but it wasn't the appropriate time or place. Yeah, there was something down here. It wasn't, good morning, Zared. Nice to see you. It wasn't the right time or place for me to complain about the person saying that EHT was kind of harmful to the game. So I decided to not respond at that time, and I kept it to myself because I'm able to do that. But now I'm gonna vent because it pissed me off so much. Oh, look at how pretty! That's so pretty. So explain to me how this is detrimental to the game, having an extra painting in there, please. Come on, give me a break. It actually kind of matches too. What upset me about that is that effects, when used properly, are not a cheap way out. They're more of an enhancement than anything else, and also they can be more difficult to work with than actual non-effects, so like cobbles and whatnot. People like Chrysaea and I use cobbles and effects interchangeably, and you know, some houses are mostly effect and some houses are mostly not. And Crochet is a perfect example of this because some of the stuff that she does, I mean, it's not like she's taking the cheap way out. What is this? Is this a fridge? Oh, how cute. What a cute fridge. It's like a little locker. See, I don't usually see people doing kitchens in this house, so this is nice. And a little restaurant area, too. Um, Honestly, it's like they can, it isn't a better or worse. It's just like kind of apples and oranges, but to say that it's a cheap way out is a little bit unfair. This this is a cute thing because if they're doing pottery, you've got to assume that they made these and maybe they're selling them. How cute is that idea? Really like that. Um, so I got upset, and you know, Cardi is a friend. Cardi is a very good friend. Um, he's a fabulous person, and the effects have come a long way. They initially started out kind of basic, but they've really gotten to the point where there's a lot of choices, and the ones that I love the best are the textures that Crysea actually added in, not my own, because the textures really are fabulous. You could do so many interesting things with them. I love the fact that they decorated upstairs in this house because most people just don't um, decorate up here. Usually it's left blank. In fact, the house I'm working on right now has this all blocked off, so I give them major credit for decorating the whole thing. Um, but I just thought this was the prettiest house that I've seen in a while. Oh, check it out! It's a double height terrarium. I've never seen anybody do that. That's fabulous. I need new words. I say fabulous too often. Um, you can tell I'm feeling a little better because I'm a little more chipper. But is that a toilet? Is that a toilet? Because if that's a toilet, I'm stoked. That's a toilet. Oh yeah. Cute. That's a toilet. What's in here? Oh, just the bedroom. Okay, this is neat. So don't feel like you know your build is cheapened by using effects. And what's this for? Oh, I guess this is just so you can work on the terrarium or feed the snake. I would guess. Really clever details. Somebody put a lot of effort into this house. I wonder if they bought it later, like didn't get this one free, because it seems like the people who got it free didn't do as much with it. I'd be curious to know that if they ever actually watch this. Look, a whole separate room built in. What's in here? Another bedroom, some privacy. Look at that. That like kind of fits in that spot. That's smart. See? Need new words. And another bedroom. So this is great. This is an office bedroom. So much detail. I really like it. And that leaves one last place to go, which is downstairs if they let us in. Here's our treasure. Okay, check this out. So this is the dragon treasure we got, but this is handmade because you can't get two of those. So they handmade this. This is all the different these are different like the thief stuff you can get these gold piles, and then they stacked things in it, including a jester's coffer. All sorts of little treasures, you know, paintings, gold items, a horn, you know. What's wrong? Excuse me a moment. That's my very ill cat. What's wrong? I don't know. He's fine. I don't know why he's being weird. Hey, Garish. Today's good. I'm just looking at our rando and wondering why my cat was crying in the background. My sick cat. And, I don't have an answer to that. It just seemed like he was sitting by his food, which was full, and crying, and I don't know why. Okay, so these are FX also. I do want to look at some of the houses that were entered into the contest yesterday because I want to spend a little more time on some of them, because some of them were, you know, no knocking on J Hart, but sometimes he does go a little bit fast through some of the contest entries because he has to. He had a ton of them. Oh, he doesn't seem to have the list here. Wonder where he put that list. Yeah, my boy is only 12, and he's dying of heart failure. And actually, when we took him to the vet we didn't take him to the vet. We went to the vet to go pick up medication. And when we did that, they said, "Oh my God, he's still alive." So that was interesting. We didn't really exactly expect them to say that, but they did. They're like, "Holy smokes, he's still alive?" Okay. Try to get the most recent video. Here we go. We got J Hart's video up, so I can hop ahead to where he's looking at his list, and then we can just look at the list real quick, because there were a couple of them that I would like to take a closer look at. I know. Was it you who pointed that out, Zared? Because I saw it too, and I backed you up. Or somebody said it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I see it." As soon as they pointed it out, I was like, "Oh yeah, I totally see it." Yeah, then it was you. Yeah, I totally saw what you were talking about. Maybe it was intentional. I don't know. But he also missed looking. See, what I'd like him to do, but I didn't think it was an appropriate time for me to say this. Sorry, I'm looking for the list. I didn't feel like it was appropriate for me to say it, but I really wish that he would look at chat before he leaves a house, because he doesn't catch everything, and he's going really fast. And if you're going to do that, you should at very least skim your chat and make sure that that you haven't missed anything. And especially if the person is in chat, because a lot of the people were there. There was no reason for him to have had to skip any of them. Why is this not showing it? Yeah, but I didn't want to say it to him then, because I felt like if I said that to him then, I would be a total jerk. It would not have been a very appropriate or nice thing to say. So I didn't want to do that and be rude. Hold on a second. So maybe it wouldn't be rude, but I thought that saying it during the thing when he's trying to go so fast because he's trying to get through like 80 bajillion of them would have been a nasty, rude thing for me to say. But, he does this even on housing hikes. Sometimes he misses things for that reason. But then again, I will also say this. Sometimes he sees things that I don't, that other people don't. He'll catch things and it'll be amazing. We'll go, "Holy smokes, we never saw that." And I'm watching this for a very specific moment in my other window so that I can get his hub up. Got it. Okay. So I don't mean to bash on him, because he does a fabulous job, and he does all these contests, and he works so hard on them, and I've just got nothing but compliments and a suggestion. So hopefully he will listen to me and maybe take it to heart. I might message him and say something like that. Anyway, so yeah, my cat is only 12. His name is Grant, and he's dying. He's not supposed to be alive anymore, but he is. And he just really doesn't care if people think that he's supposed to be alive or not. He's like, screw you, I'm going to be alive. Okay. Yeah, exactly. And I'll sit there and I'll start wondering it too, though, sometimes. And then, but pay attention, because sometimes people say that, and other people in the chat actually are the ones who answer. So it's like, our community kind of works together. Sorry, I'm looking for things. Our community kind of works together in that regard and answers those kinds of questions. And, some of us are just like, "Wait, what is that? what is that? And they're sitting there for a while, and then somebody will pipe up, like, you know. And I appreciate that. So let me show you what I'm working on, and then we'll go on to look at some of these. Okay. So I finally settled on where I'm going to put my my Christmas build. It's also going to be my build for Divine Design Alliance's Art is in the Eye, because the suggestion for that contest was that we, if I can find it, I was asking about this because I was like, what is exactly art in the eye in this case supposedly mean? But it doesn't seem to have it in the main channel. But apparently, if I can just recall it off the top of my head, it was something that art is in the eye of the beholder. So something that you consider art could be a dream, something like that. And so I was going with the whole dream angle, because I don't know if you guys ever seen Nutcracker Suite, but the whole thing is the little girl falls asleep at the foot of the Christmas tree, and she starts dreaming of the Nutcracker, which is a present that's under the tree, and it's dressed like, you know, a soldier, which is what Nutcrackers were dressed like back then. I need to look into the history of that, because I want to say it's a French thing, but who knows. So this is the very, very beginning. No effects except for the roof. I gotta delete that. In fact, we're gonna talk a little bit about effects today, and I want to kill this animation. And I don't know if I can anymore because I did something stupid. So go to Housing Tools, Scenes, Load. Ah, that's how you do it. Delete. Okay, so now that won't happen anymore. That's good. Excellent, I think. Maybe next time it'll be on. All right, so this is my beginnings of the Nutcracker Suite. I used to have a Nutcracker dolls originate from 17th century Germany. So I wonder what war they were dressed like, though, because the traditional Nutcracker looks like a French soldier to me. Doesn't it? I mean, am I wrong? Because, like, to me, it looks like a Napoleonic soldier. Maybe I'm a fool, but here's the decorative ones. During the Second World War, following the first U.S. production of the Nutcracker ballet. But it doesn't say what their night... I'm looking at it, too, and I'm curious to know what they were meant to look like. Featured a toy soldier Nutcracker. Just as a toy soldier. Russian. I bet you it was Russian because he was Russian. Anyway, I'm assuming that this is Russian. But I mean, for right now, I'm just using these guys as the soldiers, and the lighting is all temporary. So what I've done is what you usually see at the bottom. This is so not final form. There's going to be a lot of work going into this. But this is basically the bottom portion. This was a rough draft. Like what I do when you saw the other house, perhaps, that when we went through, is I tend to put things in a rough draft format so that I get an idea of what I'm dealing with and what I need to get. And so this is all not obviously aligned properly. Things look kind of weird, but the idea being that these are going to be the toy soldiers. I'm going to have toy rats. Presents, these are not presents, these are stand-ins. And then I'm going to decorate the bottom of the tree, because that's all you ever see is the bottom of the tree. And then we have that'll be a properly made bottom of a curtain. So it's supposed to be a curtain because you're supposed to be watching a show. So this is the very basic beginning. And what I did that I want to show you guys how to do is, first I blocked off the walls. Most of them anyway. I ended up I need to pick up some more blockers for these two spots. But I blocked off the walls because I don't want anyone going upstairs or behind or anything. And then I added, this is the white onyx. Thank you. The white onyx walls. Now you're not going to be able to see it like this. It's not going to look like this. I'm going to put enough decoration up that you won't be focusing on the walls. The light, I'll be adjusting the lights and adjusting the colors to match exactly with the onyx in the walls. And then this is a fake roof because you can see above the stage doesn't look very good. So I will be fixing that as well. So all of this is going to be adjusted. And then I made, these are Christmas balls, which I'll make one right now just to show you. I'll clone it. Cloning is a great way. Once you make an item, you can make another one really simply by just hitting clone. And these are going to be Christmas balls. So let's make one pink. All right. And then we're going to turn the transparency off because I don't want it to be transparent. It's going to be a little transparent because that's what this design is. And then we can mess with the different colorings, you know, make a different kind of pink or whatnot. But at this point, I'm making it bright pink. You can see down here in the color transparency section, this is saturation, this is contrast, this is transparency. Play around with it until you see what you like. And it's so easy to change colors. You just go here and now you have a green ball, right? So there you go. So that's how you do that. If you want to see how to start one, that's pretty easy. You just go into this essential effects section. I'm going to pull this in the middle so I can actually see it. In this case, this is decorative. I think this is water drop. Droplet, maybe? Droplet. See, if you mouse over it before, it'll pop us an example of it up so you know what you're dealing with. So if you want like earrings or something bigger, like a divider, you just mouse over it and now you can see what it's going to place if you hit enter. So that's how you select this stuff. It's super easy. This is where you should probably start if you want to end up working with effects. Now for the walls, all I did was go under, there's a section called building materials, and this is onyx white. And that's all I did is I picked the onyx and then I just flipped it. I'll show you. You pick it, whoops, and then, you know, this little paint box, you just hit it and that's how you select things. And you just rotate it. Good morning, Ambriel. I was going to look at one of your houses today. You rotate it. You can do that. You can make it bigger. You can change the color. And then that's how I made these walls. I simply just made those walls that way. And all of these things are simple effects. None of these are, this isn't any building at this point. This is all effects. So it's all temporary and it's all just holding on for the moment. Now, eventually I will be doing more to this house, but I did in fact want to do a couple of people's houses, one of them being Ambriel's, because I have been trying to go through and select people who watch and look at some of their homes. So let me just fix my list here. Boop, 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 boop. Ambriel, twin arches. I have your twin arches down, but I also put a question mark after it because I think I wasn't sure if it was your twin arches because I wrote something else, which was odd. It may have been, yeah, instead of twin arches, I wrote twin towers. That's just, I don't even know what I meant by that. but it can't be a good thing. So, yeah, I wrote about this entirely redone, which is a compliment, believe me. I love when people redo things from scratch so that they're almost unrecognizable, or they're reskinned or something, you know. And Twin Arches is a great property. Oh, look at this. That's exactly so. It is definitely reskinned. Look at that. You also have effects going on, which I love. 200 and 200 items, 4 out of 2,000 effects, and you know, here's the elsewhere walls and the elsewhere fountain and some hedges and all sorts of like little touches, you know. This is called Sternar Trading is the name of the house. You can select names of your house if you just go into the essential effects and then go to housing customization. I'm going to try focusing on how to build more often. And you just do custom home title, click it, and then you'll be able to edit it and just add whatever you want the house to be named. In this case, it was Sternar Trading. You can also hide the grass and create blurred vision. I'm not sure what point of interest does yet. I'm sure that at some point or another, I'll figure it out. Yes, silly. That's what I said. I want to go to your house. I thought it was great. This is so beautifully done. You've completely changed it. It doesn't look anything like the base Twin Arches, which I love. We've got backs of, I'm thinking these are backs of the big library cases, the Eleanor library cases. They form excellent walls if you want to choose that. And no, I really did. You got on my list before I even knew who you were. I was like, oh, this is awesome. So here's some seats made much more comfortable by putting down some pillows, and, you know, Redguard pillows just make everything look comfy. And then around the statues, this is one of my favorite pieces of furniture ever, which is the Redguard seating, because they're amazing planters. If you're going to put plants in the house, if you're going to put trees in the house, even outside, putting this around it can help. For example, what they appear to have done here is not just using the ferns, but this is kelp, I think. Putting kelp underneath it fills it out. Makes it look like it's a full statue with a full garden around it. Now, if you didn't fill it out, it would look kind of empty and weird. Same thing if you didn't have this Redguard seating around it. It would all look kind of odd, like there would just be stalks here and there, but nothing filling it out. This gives you the chance to fill it out, so really consider it when you're going to do that. Really consider adding that Redguard piece, like Ambriel did there. And I love the display cases, well done. In fact, I want to say you put lights over them, or somehow lit them, because they're usually hard to see inside of, but yours aren't. And I want to say that there's some sort of lighting. Yes, you've put lighting within the statue itself. I see something. Okay, so Ambriel did something very smart here, which is hiding lights within this. You cannot clearly see into these display cases unless there's some sort of light source in it. Or if you use effects, you can use an effect for that. But this is just very well done. Little things. Yeah, I figured, because you can't otherwise see clearly. So this was a really smart move on your part to light them up from the inside, so you can't even tell. I had to like search for it to be able to find it. So that was really good. And so this strikes me almost as like more of a bank than anything. And oh, I love this. Look, they've got Parari here, but Parari's in that weird position where she's like crouching. But by putting her here, she looks like she's writing on the desk, you know? That's awesome. And it's kind of like the way that I am, because I'm always like right up against my computer because my eyes are going, and I hate wearing my glasses. So I totally relate to Parari here. And then this is a very cute bank area. I really like this. This is well done. Very well done. And alternating between the cabinet wardrobes and the open shelving really makes it look like a real place. And I love the, oh look, all the little pieces of paper in the cubby holes. That's so cute. Very cute. Oh, and that looks like you could even close it if you wanted to, you know. And then all of these different safes, but also using the clockwork plates over it makes it look like they're all labeled. Like maybe these are numbers and whatnot. So it's like a vault, you know, if you've ever taken out a vault box. Both of my parents were bankers at one point, so yes, it definitely looks like vault to me. Oh, you did? Okay. So if you were here, it would probably work. I hope you have J Heart take a look at this if you haven't already, because it's really lovely. You did a very good job. And I like the cages and the two precursors, so you did it twice. I give you credit. Very good. To get the two precursors. So this is just a very beautiful home. And it's a smart, clever home with a purpose. It's got a theme, and I really liked it. And that's why I wanted to show it to you guys. Anyway, and then I noticed that Ambriel was one of my followers. So I was like, oh, okay, we could do that. And that's what we did. All right, so I have a few others of people that are followers. I also have one that's kind of Christmassy. A couple of them that are kind of Christmassy. But I do want to show you something from yesterday, which is Galileo's, because that's insane. Oh, Cloud Trader. Maybe I should do these when these people are on. Oh, you're welcome, Ambriel. It's very good. If you ever want me to look at any of your homes, let me know. I just found this one because I think it's an open house, and it was just really good. Okay. I do want to start doing a little bit... All right, Karen. I don't want to overdo the Christmas, but at the same time, I kind of want to talk about Christmas stuff. And I know not all of us celebrate Christmas, so that's not really fair of me. But the snow globes. I have a couple of snow globes I want to show you. This is Ambriel's. We are in Ambriel's house, who is in the channel right now. And it's a cute little bank. Hi, Swank. Isn't it? A really cute bank, and it's all reskinned and lovely, and just a beautifully done. It's the kind of build I could see you doing, Swank, with all of the little details and the building and all that. So I just thought it was really cute, and I was going to show it off anyway, and then realized that Ambriel was here. So let me look real quick at a couple of things. First off, I want to show you something that isn't really Christmassy, but I like it anyway. Yes. I think that's open, but you can't, that's open, but it means that, like, you can't turn on or off lights. You can't open and close gestures, furnishings, and whatnot. So that's what that means, Jared. So I want to go to Bert Firkins. He's a streamer. Actually, I should say something about him because he's a nice guy, and I should say so. If I'm going to talk about his house, I should shout out. Oh, okay, Doobs. No problem. So that's Bert Firkins. Oh, I should be able to, Zared. I was going to check out everybody's homes that had them open. But, you know, I had gotten through a bunch of them and I realized a whole lot of people don't actually do them. You know, they'll follow me, but they don't actually have homes that are decorated, which is kind of amazing to me. It's like, why do they follow? Are they even interested? I mean, I don't get it. You know, am I crazy? So this is Bert Firkins. Now, Bert Firkins is, he would not strike me as the kind of guy who is a builder. He's so chill. He's very, he's always vaping. At least I think it's vaping. And, oh, okay, Garish. That would explain it. EU homes. I need to do another EU episode anytime soon. Um, but Bert also actually does have, yeah, but they can still come in. So why I wanted to show you this is because Bert has this interesting red and green theme that he does in all of his homes. He has this particular kind of hedge mixed with the red leafy plant that you can get off the vendor. And if you combine them, they have this interesting almost berry effect, but it's also very seasonal looking, isn't it? Like if you wanted to do a Christmassy kind of thing, you could totally do it with this combined plant slash hedge thing, and I think it would really work. Um, Especially if you need to do walls of some sort. I think that that would look really good. If you want to do a garland, you could maybe sink them down. And he carries it through by, look at this. Look how smart this is. This is regular ivy, and then, oh, he did. Okay, Swank, that's good to know. He took hibiscus flowers, and he like popped, you know how they look normally, the long ones on the stem, and he popped them in here so it looks like you have like roses on a vine. Isn't that beautiful? Or hibiscus, really. That's what it really looks like. But I appreciated this house so much that I actually went to his stream to tell him I liked it so much. And he's like, "Oh, that's my thing, the red and green. I always do that in all my houses now." So, right? If you knew Bert, if you know what I'm talking about, he's so laid back. I never would have thought he would be this into building, but he does some pretty stuff. If Ninja helped him, that explains a lot, but I know some of this is his idea, and I really liked it. A nice little sitting area. And then he carries the red and green through with the normal wedding trellises, which I love. Did he do it here too? No, these are just regular trellis. Um, these lights, hey Nana, these lights are fabulous because you can sync them. They're one of the brightest lights there are, and you can sync them behind walls. You can sync them in ceilings, and they light everything up. So what you can do is, let's say you have, this is Bert Firkins. I know, right? Isn't that shocking? Because he's such a laid back guy. Who knew? But he really does do a fabulous job. I mean, I really liked his red and green, and I've told him about that. Hey, Chumpa, thanks for the follow. I know to end the subscription, actually. It's amazing. Thank you. I'll be sending you a present. But yeah, so this is all him, he said. And this will be great for the holidays. So if you want to steal that idea, I don't think he'll be too mad. Now, remember too that you can buy these in Alanor. You can buy, not Alanor, auridon. I didn't, Chumba. I'm sorry. Let me go look. It would help if I had that open. I wasn't, was it a personal message? Yeah, I see it now. Are you Sorted Fairy Tale? Because I got another person messaged me with sorted. No, you're fine. I know I'm busy, but I don't care. You're sorted. Okay. Is it NA? Because if it's NA, I can go today. That won't be a problem. Cool. If it's EU, I'll have to put it off one day, but if it's NA, I could do it today. Oh, okay. Wow, you have a lot of names. So here we go. This is the interior. I hate the interior of this house. Hey, Tierna. I also was going to look at one of your homes today. It's NA? Okay, so we'll do that next. So this is Bert Firkins, who is a streamer. He's super laid back dude. He's super kind, very nice guy. But I never knew he was into housing, and one day I stumbled upon one of his homes, and I was actually kind of surprised at how good it was. So I think mostly he likes to do gardening. I can tell from the exterior, and I thought it was just really cool. So maybe I'm easily amused, but I loved it. And here's another thing you can think of for the holidays. Is this dude. The praying dude might be a good statue to use in different places. if you take certain coral, and this is not easy to do, I have been unable to replicate it, but it is possible. If you take the winged coral and you somehow sink it and do it the right way, you can give him wings and make him look like an angel. Not easy, but it is doable. If you want to see an example of that, you can go to Dr_Z house, and that's who you would look at. All right, so we want to look at request of one of our viewers to go see, check out my place if you like straight lines. Okay, Evil Dave Grand Topol. Why do I wonder if I've actually, no, okay. I may have been there, but I didn't write it down. Wow, you have 2 Evil Daves. Grand Topol. All right, here we go. Let's go look at Evil Dave's home. And then we'll look at Tierna's, because Tierna's here. And I have a bunch of Tiernas that I like that I put aside. And I want to congratulate everybody who competed yesterday in the Cregan home contest. I was actually astonished. There was maybe one home that I wasn't fabulously in love with. Okay, so it's a garden. Well, you know, with Topol, that makes more sense than not. I don't really like the interiors of Topol. They're not my favorite. So I don't think it's at all a problem to not do the interiors. Wow, this is pretty. Wait, did I see this? I saw this in July. Okay, so no wonder I don't have it like completely memorized or anything. Yeah, the Cregan homes were fabulous. So I love these. I had my friend Delphinia actually dragged me through so that I could get this glowy thing. Oh yeah, almost everything was fabulous yesterday. I mean, there was 1 or 2 that were maybe could have used a little more effort, but the rest, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna blow smoke up at these ones, but everything else was perfect. And I mean, it all looked like you guys are getting so good at things. So this must be a guild house, I'm thinking, and a very expensive one, because look at how many magnastones there are over all of these different tables. And actually, did you line these up by hand, or did you use EHT? Because these are perfectly lined up, like you said. This must be EHT because it's just too perfect. Yeah, no, I'll always be honest. I'll always be honest. But I have to tell you that, wow, you did this by hand? Holy smokes. Oh, okay. I was going to say, how did you get... Oh, look at your Christmas tree. I love it. Your new life tree. That's fabulous. Look at that. You just filled it out with multiple trees, it looks like. And then the moon, what is it, guys? Moon shard. That's what it is. Yeah, it's a puffy tree, and it's really well done and well lit. And then you've also got the moon shard, which is different. I have not seen anyone use the moon shard before as a tree topper, and it really works. Look how pretty that is. So lit up. Definitely like it. Thank you for telling me about this house. I don't think this was here the last time I looked, so I'm definitely seeing new things. So these must be portals to people's houses, I'm assuming. I don't know how you'd get up there, though. Did you move them up for a reason? Maybe so that people can't go? Or maybe I'm just too short. Oh, okay. That explains it. So, yeah, I will never get that rolly thing that you have over there. I wish I could, but I'm not a PvPer, and I think that's a battleground thing. Oh, gosh. What do I always say? I'm like, poor Numisma. She's always in the worst situations. I'm poor woman. Kills me. Periite is a great statue. I don't know why I don't have a Periite statue. I think maybe it may have been a crate thing because I don't have one. I should have gotten it. Maybe next time they come around. Protected, but they're also locked away. I will be checking it all out. Let me go. Is this over here? This is the hot tub? Yeah, that's true. She'll also starve to death, Doobs. Oh, wow. This is lovely. Okay, so I love when people do this. It's kind of like working with negative space because you're already dealing with the ocean that is here. So you're using something that's pretty much empty, not used otherwise, other than just being pretty ocean. And then the elsewhere stairs moving down make it so that you know, like a normal hot tub where you would be on different levels if you wanted to. So that's really a bright idea. I like using these rounded pillows because they almost look like bath pillows or floats, you know, almost like big noodles. So I like to use those too. And I love this overhang from, I think it was the DeBella pack. Again, using the big bright lights. Oh, you did? I forget where the slaughterfish start. It's a little further out though, I think. And then the Merkmeyer, like construction stuff actually goes really well with ocean type stuff or sea stuff. Oh, it's right here? Okay. Eek! Nom nom. Little towels for people to towel off with, nice detail. So yeah, this is very pretty. Nice guild house if this is a guild house, I don't know. But I would be happy with it. Especially since, you know, you have all these tables. And here we go. All the mundus. Okay. And the snot. Everyone needs to beat up a snot every now and then. Just, you know, occasionally we have to beat up some snot. Or some skellies. Here's another one for Christmas. We've got Meridia. Meridia is like perfect for Christmas. In case you missed Meridia, in case you missed other stuff that you want to get, I'm going to tell you this because I am so pissed about Black Friday. Just open a ticket up. And if you open up a ticket, in fact, I'm going to show you how to do it. If you open up a ticket, help. Because some people ask me and they don't know how to open up a ticket. So here's customer support, okay? It doesn't really matter what you pick. Oh, thanks for the follow, brothers. So pick anything you want. Typically what I do is not character stuck, not bug, because they generally don't really pay any attention to that. So you might be best off for ask for help. Then I pick character issue, and I would like to buy the blank and missed it for sale. I have enough crowns. Please let me know if I can do this. And they will elevate your ticket when you hit submit, and you'll hear back from them in like a day or two, and then you'll get your item. You can buy it at any time. They're never going to refuse your money. So they typically ask you not to tell anyone that they'll do that, but they'll do it every time. And the reason why they tell you not to tell anyone is because they don't want to have this extra work on, and they want you to all feel this pressure to buy things immediately. But the reality is that, oh, I don't care who you tell. I mean, go ahead and tell your friends. They should know. But after what they did to us on Black Friday with it just, you know, not even making things for sale that people have been desperately waiting for, even if you didn't put it on sale, just make it available. You know, they had 4 houses last year. This is crap. So, okay, so everything is pretty much upfront except for the different dummies. Are these places for people to stand in these little spots? That's interesting. Yes, that's how it goes, Ixie. I have bought several things like that. So always feel like, don't feel this pressure to buy over the 3 days that something's available, and don't feel like once it's gone you can never get it, because you can get it at any time. So, oh, okay. I'm hoping so too, Ambriel, because I'm so upset. I was complaining to people in guild about it, and I mean, I feel guilty that I'm complaining about it, because it's kind of tasteless of me to do that. Yes, it is a smart idea. Other people should consider that. But I'm not as good at PvP or anything, so, or I mean, dungeons and whatnot, so I wouldn't have figured that out. So the other one we want to do is Tierna's, because Tierna's here, and I have a bunch of her stuff saved. So we have Tierna. You did the Kragenholm contest, but I have exorcised and sugar down for you. I'm not sure which I should do. Whatever, we'll do exercise. I like them all. So this is Tierna, one of the people in the channel right now. But yeah, so you're learning things today, I promise. Oh, you didn't? There were so many people in it I couldn't keep track. So we'll do your exercise. What I wrote for this was garden, lovely, redone, and FX. So apparently you had good FX. Okay. I mean, we did so many coven cottages, but they can be so different. Like, I can already tell, look at this. She worked against the grain with this one, because this house is definitely intended to be this dark, oppressive house. But I love this effect, by the way. I used this on one of my houses too. But she made it this beautiful. Oh, I love what you did here. But you can make this place just idyllic. All you need to do is really what Tierna did here is I believe she used the fake, yeah. You used the sunny day sky, or the sky that comes with the cloudy day. See, there's clouds behind there? See them? And they move. Isn't Cardi amazing? Makes it look like it's part of the game, doesn't it? So suddenly you have this beautiful sky, not this oppressive sky that you normally get with Glenumbra. And then she worked against it by adding all these flowers and these trees and hedges, and just completely obscured the depressing parts of Glenumbra. So you're just surrounded with trees and flowers and all sorts of beautiful area. Yeah, you did. And you know what? What's hard about that, Tierna, is that I've seen people try and fail. So this is not a simple thing to do, to change it into, it's sort of like erstwhile. It's really hard to change erstwhile into something that's cheery, but you've done it. Okay. I don't know how you do this, like how you stack these plates so perfectly, because technically they should be canceling each other out and flickering. But somehow you did it so that they're not flickering, and it's amazing. It's a lovely stack. And then the little recipes. Isn't that cute? A little recipe box that she made out of doors, actually. Those are FX doors. And this is what I'm talking about. When somebody was complaining about effects earlier, they were saying that it's that they're cheap, you know what? They're not easy to do, that they're too easy. It's a cheat to get around here. But look at this. That is not easy to do, let me tell you, as somebody who has done EHT enough. You know, she had to make each one of these separately. She had to do each of the typing, and then make this into a tree. Think about making these doors into it, and then move them properly, size them properly, and making it open like that. And so, to me, it's like, you know, it's just like using a regular item. You have to think about the possibilities. And once you think about the possibilities, you need to be able to do it. So for somebody to say that this is cheap, I'm not moving. Read it. There you go. Out of coffee. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying everybody has to use it. I'm just saying that that basically don't rip on people who do, because it's more complex than you give it credit for. You know? So it's not as easy as you might think. As anybody who hasn't worked with EHT, you may not know that. But this is the Alien tree design, and she turned it blue. And that's really nice. Yeah, they are. And I mean, some people think that they're cheap, a cheap way of doing things. And trust me, as somebody who's worked with them, it's not easy to always do them. Okay, so we got a nice hot sauna in here with some fake water, because we don't have fake water in the game. This is added by EHT, which is lovely. The smoke is real. The smoke is probably from multiple incense. This is an Alinori fountain. And then she's got a table, a floating table, like one of those, the ones you see in a pool, but I guess it's technically not floating, but it looks like it's floating. And then somebody stayed too long in the sauna. It's sick, but funny. And then, so this is, somebody was asking earlier about limited visitor. So I can visit, but I can't open this box. The reason why I can't open this box is because it's limited visitor. Yeah, this is NA. So I can't open this at all. So that's part of one of the things that it does with limited visitor. Regular visitor, you would be able to interact with everything, but that also means people can turn off your lights. However, if you go to your home, hell with it, I'll show you. I'm gonna teach you something fun. Yeah, he stayed too long. He was cooking. He cooked himself. I'm trying to think of something, so give me a moment. Sorry. I know. I'm known for this. Okay. So we'll do it in Hogwarts. So in case you want to know what to do, let's say somebody goes to your house and turns off every single one of your lights and you want to punch them in the face. I can't help you with the face punching portion. However, I can help you with the lights portion. So this was my first house that I ever used EHT in. All of my EHT effects are gone. They have vanished. I lost them in a corruption early on, so always back up your stuff. This also is going to be where I'm going to steal and cannibalize a lot for my Nutcracker suite. So let's go to the room that I'm going to steal. So I'm going to be taking all these trees out and all of this and putting it in the Nutcracker suite house. So what I want you to do is you take all of the, you do select all items, right? Select all furnishers and item. Hey, dreaming Dwemer is it? All right. And so now you have everything selected. Go to change these items, turn these items off. And now, hopefully, what it's doing is turning off all of the lights in the entire house. And we'll have to sit here a while because there's a lot of lights in this house. So this way, oh, you're welcome. And then I'll show you, this is how easy it is to fix if somebody is a jerk face and turned off all of your lights. This is how you do it. Now, see? I didn't even have to touch a single one. Now we want to turn them all on. Turn these items on. And then it's going to go through, it's going to turn on all of my items. So if you select them all, and let's say somebody turned off all your lights, and you just pull down on that portion and say, turn on all items, it'll turn on all your lights again. So it doesn't matter what jerk face came into your house thinking they were so clever, but now you've short-circuited them because it's 2 clicks to turn them all back on again. And so that's why I leave my house to most houses mostly in visitor without the limited, because I don't care. I don't need it. It doesn't bother me. So then what we're going to do is we're going to clear this. If I knew how. There we go. And what I'm going to do here is I'll show you what I'm going to do with this tree real quick. We're going to be in select. We're going to go by radius, which is my new favorite thing. We select the item and we pick a proper radius that will get everything we want in it. So that's about it. Now what you do after that is you go through and you remove anything that you didn't want in it. Like if I had gotten one of these red things, hey Funky, then I could just remove that. Or if I'd gotten one of the candles, but it looks like I actually nailed it. So what I'm going to do is go into copy paste, and I'm going to do cut and copy selection. And it's going to pull them all into my inventory. There. Now we're going to go to my Sigic. Look at all the stuff you're learning today. I figure I was feeling like building today, so I think I'm going to try to show you guys some easier tricks. I know a lot of people want to learn EHT, but they feel like it's too intimidating. So I figure if I show you enough things over and over that you might be able to, you know, it might help you to get a grasp on it. The best way to learn EHT is just to play with it. But, you know, then there's things like cobbles. Like, I wish I could do a cobble for you, but cobbles sort of come when they come mentally. Like, it's, oh, gosh, my holiday was fine. I ate too much. I think we all did. I still have pie left over, but everything else was eaten. Oh, my goodness! Thank you! Holy smokes, Chumba! Oh, look, I even put it in there. Holy smokes. Wow! You're such a sweetheart. Thank you so much. Use your potatoes! Oh, you're so wonderful. Thank you. Oh, that touches my heart. You all have a potato now. Why are you still doing this? You're not supposed to do this. Wow. I'm speechless, honestly. Look at your potatoes. I love it. All right. We're going to delete this trigger because I am no longer doing, yeah, all right. Okay, so, wow, you guys all got your potatoes. My potatoes are now there's 2 more potatoes that are going to be coming out soon, and they are currently with Twitch right now for review, so thankful. Thank you. So what I wanted to show you was a paste, how to do paste. We go in here, we go into copy paste. See, I had everything there. Paste from inventory. Now it's not going to go where you think it's going to go. It's just going to go where it was coordinate wise for the other house. So what you've got to do after you've done that is stay in the select portion, and you do bring to me. And it literally brings it to you to the point where you're like inside it. Excuse me, I need to get out of this tree. Excuse me. I can't get out of the tree. I'm sorry, that was hilarious. I had to move it because I couldn't get out of the tree. Here we go. Now I have a Christmas tree, and it's exactly like what I had in the other house, and I didn't have to do a thing. I just moved it over and boom. And now I can just make this look a little better. I was stuck in this tree. Yes, that's how. They did bring to me and then they got stuck in it. Oh my god, that kills me. So yeah, that's how you do it. Now, if I wanted to make more than one of these, then I would go to Auridon. Because nobody seems to know where these things are. You don't have to buy the New Life set. New Life set is nice. Don't get me wrong, if you have the cash, it's nice. But don't feel like that's all you have to do. You can there are other ways around it. I want to look at Galileo's. We will look at Galileo's house today because that was insane. So we're going to go to Skywatch. Yeah, Galileo's, I just had no idea that that was coming. And then I was like, holy smokes. Holy shnikes. All right. All right. So I don't know if you know this, that in Skywatch, this is where the furnishing guy is. So you've got the achievement furnisher, who you can buy this junk from. These are often used. These Tanzella lights are very commonly used. But here's Maledique, and Maledique is the one you really want because he's got topiaries. See these? He's got Christmas trees. This is where you can buy Christmas trees. No, I was talking about those big balls that the big ones, the big round ones that poof red, that it can open in half. But I use the other ones, the lights of whatever lights of Maria. I don't even remember what they're called. Those I am using. It's just the other ones I can't. I don't know if that makes any sense. It probably doesn't. Oh, well, again, don't think I'll be able to be used. This is the one in Auridon. This is the Skywatch. So if you come over here and you talk to the guy, Maledique, he's your friend. Maledique sells some of the most useful stuff in the game because he also sells these beautiful trees, the white and pink ones. So if you ever want to make your house look like super pretty, these poofy ones, then here's your Christmas trees if you want them. And I use the rough firewood all the time. And over here are hedges. This is where I buy all the hedges that I use. And they're pretty affordable comparatively. Oh, and I use these all the time. And the best thing about these woodcuts is they're invisible on the bottom. So if you flip them upside down, you can see right through it. Because they never bothered to make a graphic for the bottom. So they're fun. I figure I should actually show people where things are because, like, I tell people, but I don't think I've actually shown them, and I don't know how helpful that is. I kind of don't think it's very helpful. All right. Let me see. Yeah, they are. They're bottomless. Let's go to, let's go look at that crazy one. Let's go to Galileo's. Because, like, I'm just still stunned how they did this. I totally wish that I had thought of this, but I can't take that credit. Wait, what? I'm sorry. There's the big red ones. Does that not make sense? I can't think of it. If I see another one, I'll tell you. But they're, this was Galileo's, okay? And then J Hart walks in and he's like, why is there just junk everywhere? Like, is this the build or is this a storage house? Right? And then he goes around here and they tell him, look through the thing. and then they see this. And I totally wish that I had thought of this. Isn't that amazing? I'm in shock, honestly, over how Galileo even thought to do this, you know? And then I started wondering, what could I do that would be like this? You know, anything? I like the idea that he made the little village. I mean, this is just amazing. Super, super amazing. I mean, just to even think about doing that is pretty amazing. I never would have thought to do it. This is just, and what was funny is because all of us in Twitch chat went, that's amazing. At the same time, we all lost it. Like, that's amazing. Okay. I don't know about you, but at least that was the reaction I had. I don't know if you guys are working on your holiday houses or not, or if it's just me, but I am indeed working on mine. Yeah, they had to have done that, and that's just, it's pretty amazing, honestly, what they did. Let me just switch my list. I keep going back and forth, but I'm trying to stick to Cloud Trader's not here yet. Yeah. Okay, Karen, do it this way. Okay, so I want to show you another holiday house. We're gonna get some holiday ideas, whether it kills us or not. The Loden's Christmas house. This was a recent open house. So what was funny to me is that somebody said to me, I think it was Tawanto, said, how do you know when a new house is on open houses? Like, how do you, like, instantly know that there's a new one? I'm like, because I've been to every single one. So when a new one gets put up there, it's right there on the bottom. It says, I haven't been there yet. So that's how you do it. You basically become obsessive compulsive, and that's how you do it. So my cat got quiet, so I'm hoping he's not sick somewhere sad. Okay, so this is a holiday home. Did I not sign in? I may not have signed in, so I'm glad I came back. So here we go. We've got not just pretty trees, but snow. EHT snow is some of the best. That's an EHT sky. That's really simple to pop in. Here. If you go to EHT and you just select sky overlays, that one I believe is Aetherius. So you would pick Aetherius to have it change that color. But if you want to do something that's good for winter, I would suggest either Maelstrom and turn it gray, or do Ocean of Stars if you want nighttime. That would be my suggestion. So skies are super easy. Weather too, you just select the weather portion and then you just select snow. This looks to me like light snow. This does not look like heavy or medium snow. So, and then these are from the Christmas pack that I don't think it's here yet. No, we have the stupid Intrepid Gourmet, which I think is a ripoff, but at least it's only 700 crowns. But this comes with a bunch of different food items that you can craft easily. Some crap. The garlic strings you do have to get for Crown. Yeah, I saw that. The provisioning station is always nice. And then some emotes and a book. It's really kind of a crappy one, honestly. I'm not a fan. I also checked the ESO prizes, but it doesn't seem like they've released the new one yet. The salt emote is a good one, Kriya. I like that one. But altogether, I'm not a huge fan. Okay. So, again, snow, EHT sky, You can do this in your home. It will look lovely. Especially if you're going to do anything with snow on the ground, like real snow on the ground, you can totally do that. Sometimes I just want to stand outside in all of this and just enjoy it because the snow weather, that and the leaves falling are some of my favorite. I did see that. So they made Santa, and now if you want to make Santa, which is apparently the thief, but if you want to make Santa's cart, okay, Doobs, I'm sorry, I didn't read the thing. You use the dead reindeer. You have to buy dead reindeer, and you use them as. Oh, okay. Um, you can use this as your reindeer. And I would suggest if you do this, put another one up front with like a red nose. You know? Then you have Rudolph, who isn't just, killed and stuck on my wall in my holiday house or anything. We'll just pretend like he's not, sitting there with his head mounted. I'm sick. All right. So let's go inside. Holiday ideas. So many. I love it. This is some of the best time of the year for decorating. Hibiscus. The dead ones. There's only the dead ones. So yeah, those are the, or you could use pets, but you couldn't use that many. I mean mounts, but you couldn't use that many of them. So yeah, those are the dead deer. Which is why the corpses are so popular when they come around. You wouldn't think that people would be stocking up on corpses, but they do. I stocked up on bunnies and birds and, just everything. Because, like, I need them. Because you never know. So this is lovely. I'm a big fan of people putting ivy of any sort inside this house because it especially this portion that they actually didn't put ivy in, that's really pretty when you go all the way up. Lovely. And then this is the blue cobalt pine, but I think this is multiples because it's actually a very skinny pine. So I think what they did is they probably put a couple on angles so that because you can see it's not moving all as one. It's moving in like 2 different directions at the same time. That's because there's more than one tree in there. But you'd have to pay a lot of attention to it to even notice that. And these are the Sijic balls that you have to be able to get the recipe for because you can't buy them. You have to make them. And that's from the Sijic vendor lady. And as I always say, presents can be made from almost anything. Crates here. Crates and clockwork crates. And I think that's really pretty. I think it's well done. Candles, a couple of candles stuck in there. And then I like the multicolored plants. I think those might be fabricant, which makes them shiny and it makes them almost look like garlands around the tree. So that's kind of cool. It's definitely better than what I have standing there for right now, which isn't very nice. I have to change my garland. So then the side rooms are lovely gardened, fabricant. I think you could do a lot with fabricant stuff around the holidays because it's so shiny. And Christmas trees, like especially the ones in the 50s, were very shiny like that. What else they did is they did like basically Christmas lights. See? They alternated where I just took you to an Auridon Skywatch, where you see they were selling these yellow lights there. That was the achievement vendor who was selling these very lights. And then they alternated them with the Dream Shard, which is also, okay, have a good one. Thank you again, Chumba. I really appreciate it. You're wonderful. Really. So then this isn't normally here. So they put in a fireplace. And then one of these, which these come with your house or you can buy them. Okay, be safe. They, you can buy these from the Crown store too, and occasionally you can buy them on the Trader. Oh, I'm going to warn you again about something. All right. I'm just going to say it. I'm not going to make it a warning. I'm just going to say it. If you wanted to buy Kragenholm, and you were encouraged many times to buy Kragenholm yesterday, and you didn't know what to do about the coals, what J Hart was offering was he would send you 75K for if you mailed him the coals and everything else in that house. And that would pay for it because the house is 69K. You can sell those coals for triple that. You can sell those coals for triple that. So 120,000 up. So don't give them to J Hart for 75,000 gold. He's making a killing off you. Sell them yourself. Get triple the amount. Seriously. I love J Hart to death. He is my friend. But I don't lie. And I don't omit. And I think it would be best if we were completely honest with one another and tell each other everything, even if that means we don't make as much money. That's just how I feel, is that we should all be good and caring and honest to one another, and that's how I feel about it. So I apologize if that comes off as rude, but it's just something I don't agree with on that level. But neither here nor there. We have Volodin's lovely house. This is a great feast. Yeah, if you don't want to, don't part with them. Seriously. But no, you can make a lot more than what you were offered. Almost like insultingly more, you know? It's like, if I had done that and then found out about it later, I would have been like, seriously, dude? You ripped me off for over 100K? Why would you do that? That isn't right, you know? That would piss me off so much. I would have been mad. So, that's all I gotta say about that. So, lights in the alcoves. Make sure you do something with the alcoves if you have this house. Do something with it. It doesn't necessarily have to be these lights, but just put something in there. And then this is the another fireplace that isn't there. And I've really been thinking about doing something like this, like adding a fireplace in mine for the Nutcracker Suite. Haven't really decided yet, but here we go. Once again, lots of holiday ideas here, chock full. Excellent Christmas house, excellent work. What did I just do? Okay. Turn this off of bold, cross this off, and then we'll look at a rando that I haven't looked at. Oh my goodness, Nana! Oh my god, all of you people, you're killing me. You're killing me. So, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of World Builders. But they are a charity. They are Pat Rothfuss's charity. They are they've made over $10 million for their mission is to work with, I forget the name of it. They fundraise for people, but they also work with mainly, I can't find it. Basically, you can buy people, hold on, you can buy people like animals and stuff, like people abroad or people in our country. If you buy them livestock, basically they can survive on their own. You know, if you buy somebody a cow who lives out in the middle of nowhere, they can now they have food for their family and they can sell things, and it's, you know, they go from poverty to less poverty. So the reason why I mention this is, and this is their site for their charity stuff for Christmas, if you want to buy these things. Yeah, like chickens and goats and whatnot. I can't remember the name of the site of the people they work with. I can't believe it. Oh my God, Nana, You guys, you're killing me. Oh my goodness. Zared, I am dying. Thank you so much. You guys, you're touching my heart. Oh, I'm dying. I'm dying. Heifer. That's the name of the place they work with. They work with Heifer. Now, Heifer is, here we go. Heifer sometimes has really good Christmas stuff. Like they have like different what are they called? Ornaments. And I've bought their ornaments before and they're really cute. But yeah, this is Heifer. All right. So World Builders is a charity that is formed by Pat Rothfuss. He is the author of, oh my goodness, all of this is so, you guys are so generous. World Builders was started by Pat Rothfuss, who's a writer. He did The Name of the Wind. I don't know if any of you know him. But he's also, he's local to me, and sort of. He's up north a little bit. But he's also my husband's best friend. So what we've been discussing is I want to help out his charity for free. And so I was thinking about working with them to stream. So at some point, what I'd like to do, maybe for the holidays, maybe afterwards, I'd like to actually have a stream, a charity stream. And I would request all of your homes at that point and love to tour anything and everything that you guys have for offering, and we'll celebrate giving. I won't be hitting you up for money because I don't do that, but typically what I do is I won't ask you for it, is what I'm saying. But if you choose to, that would be nice. And I may end up working with Zos and getting drops and whatnot. So in any case, anything I would make for that would go directly to Heifer / World Builders, who raise money. And I might be able to get you some signed books. I can just go up there and grab what I want. Signed art, jewelry, whatever and everything that I can give away. I'll have Pat record you a message and say something, and I mean, it's that, if you're into Pat Rothfuss, this will be very much your thing. You will enjoy it. I don't know if he's your bag or not, but hold on. I don't know if I even got these signed yet. So this is The Name of the Wind, and right on the inside, Pat wrote to me, to Karen, would you believe that I used to play a character on BR? It was a mud game I ran. Don't judge me based on that. Love, Pat Rothfuss. So I've had Pat's books just signed versions just laying around in the house before, and people are just like, can I have that? So I have to hide them now because I don't have them anymore. Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness, you're so kind. Eek. How do I even thank you? How do I even reward you guys? Like, I don't even know what to do anymore to thank you. Wow, I'm blown away. I appreciate it so much, and I just don't know what I can do to thank you all. So please understand just how appreciative I really am. Oh, you got it. Any you want. Oh my goodness, look at this tree. Look at this tree. Guys, check this out. Look at the big sweet rolls. I've never seen anyone do that. And look at Meridia. Meridia has a dream shard in her hands. This is the cutest tree. I adore this. Look at the little, oh my goodness. Mary Jane did a fabulous job. This is so cool. I'm totally going to steal parts of it. How is it I've never seen anyone do that before? How is this the first time that I've ever seen this happen? Wow, that's crazy. This is so smart. Yeah, seriously, tree envy. No joke. Oh my goodness. So this is Mary Jane the High Elf, and this was a random, but it was also, you know, pretty obvious that this was going to be a New Life house because of the fact that it was in the snow globe and it's right around holidays. So, or am I a feather plucker? No, I am not a feather plucker. It asked me if I was a feather plucker. So this is handmade, this section. Yeah, seriously, I am so lagged. I'm looking over at it and I'm totally at a different portion than what part you guys are in. But, you know, I'm really wondering, are they going to have it so that we can have every single one of these statues in our homes? Won't that seriously go over the 700 limit at some point? I mean, I don't think we're going to get 700 of those things, but I'm saying, like, it kind of kills their argument. Oh, the lag is horrible. The lag is horrible. I have so much trouble. I can't log in with all of my add-ons on because it will disconnect me before it connects. That's how long it takes. It's ridiculous. So this is, all these NPCs are EHT. Super easy to do. I will show you how to do one in a minute. See, this is the way we can do this. We'll get ideas, we'll look at stuff, and then I'll show you how to do it. How's that? Oh, nice toilet. I love toilets. I really do. I love ESO toilets. They're my favorite. Okay. Boom! Nothing in it. Sadness. Okay. This is the courtyard. I don't want to go in the courtyard yet. So this is very pretty. Lots of wedding flowers, lots of ivy. Looks good. Center floor was the Breton carpet. Really? They're going to keep adding to it, though. Every time they come out with a new one, they have to be adding to it, I think. This is the upside down Vardenfell map. You can't really tell, but it has a very interesting texture on the bottom if you want to use it. And then just lovely shelving all put in here. Kitchens. Oh, look at the nice texture of the kitty up there. It's the Halloween kitty, though. I hate the Halloween kitty's voice. That scream it does, but it's really cute. No, I mean, I can't even tell you how mad I am. I mean, it's gotten to the point where most of the time I can't even load with EHT and MM going. I have to turn one of them off. Somebody really likes sweet rolls. I'm going to have to put sweet rolls in. Wow, my outfit looks terrible. I have it all bunched up. Sorry about that. Trying to look pretty and it really isn't working. So somebody built up. You know, I don't think I've ever seen anyone build up before. Well, how is nobody building up if you can go up that high? Oh my goodness. This is crazy. Am I the only... Wow. This might be worth buying this house just for this. Wow. How has nobody done this before? Anyone? I think they're the same category as chests or pets or something. I can't even put a single one that's shieldable in without taking something. Lame. Hope there's a snack up here. Oh, I guess we're the... What? That's so lame. I need to go back up. I got transported. It mocked me. I got transported. Did you see that? I just stepped on it and it transported me to the beginning. And that's lame because I totally wanted to go see what was up there. Man. That sucked. I need to go back up. And not go near that part. But what it was is that the dragon was going to eat me. Seriously, do you know any of these I've seen that I've never once seen anybody build up like this? And you can go all the way to the top? Oh, Zared, I want to see what you've done. Have you made, if you want to update it for Christmas this year, I would love to see it. Or if you're going to keep it the same, that's fine too. Okay, not going near that thing. Stay away from the dragon. Poof. Okay. So we've got a griffin. We've got hag ravens. And we have the dragon sticking out that's going to port me back to the beginning. And they were so sneaky about it. So sneaky. They hid that portal right in there. Wow. Let's look down. Look down at that. Look at that. I'm going to fall. Eee! This is super high up. I had no idea. Thank you to Mary G and the High Elf for teaching me something new. I had no idea we could build up this high, and now I want this house. I want to like just put nothing down there and build an entire house right up here. Right? Just screw it. Created a whole new platform. Oh, okay. Do you want me to go look at it? We could look at it if you're on NA. We're looking at Halloween. I mean, see, every single time, I call it Halloween. Hey, Genesis. I didn't know you could do this, and I've learned something new today, and this is fabulous. So I'm happy. Okay. So, hoping that Zared... Oh, okay. So let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. Enchanted snow globe. Okay. Now I really want this house, and I hate them because I don't want to give them any more money, but this house is awesome. Because I didn't know you could do that. I want to create like an entire North Pole up there, you know? Like you could make an entire snowy, Christmassy area where it completely ignores the house. All right. So, beautiful snowy trees. And we've got... Oh, wow. I never see anybody build down here. No, I doubt it. What has been on sale for gold lately? I mean, they've just been jackasses, honestly, dupes. I don't think they're going to. I don't think they're going to give us anything for gold. If it is, I will eat my words, and I will apologize, and I will whatever, but I don't see it happening. So these trees are great. Do these trees come with it? These snowy trees? Because otherwise you have to buy them, and I don't think that they're... Oh, that's that new well. Oh, down below. Let me look down below. Is that... There's a little... Oh. Okay, I went the wrong way. Let's see if I can climb up it. What? Oh, how pretty. Okay, Alright, Zared. I've never seen anyone do this before, using the limestone stairs to make a circular, like, anything. You would think it would be obvious, but you're the first person I've ever seen think of it. So that's a very good idea, and it's unique. It's a unique idea. So this is the little orc gazebo, and it's closed in and made much more cozy by the fire. Yeah. And then you would go in here, and then you take a dip, and then you go over here, and you warm up. And there's your clothes. So, oh, I know what I need to do. Because I'm a dork. I'm a total dork, but I gotta do it. Splish! I'm such a loser. Whee! I love how they have these guys in East March doing that. So this was funny. All right, I had my polar bear moment of anyway. Guys, you make me so happy. You totally make me happy. You crack me up, and you've completely changed how I've been feeling because I've been so down. Your poor husband. He must... I was gonna say his hands must look all lizardy when he gets out, but I guess they already do. So that's funny. So the puppy and the puppy and the doggy both get to sit by the fire too. I'm such a dork. That was a terrible joke. Anyway, so the interior, and we've got, oh, did you see they have a new music box that's coming out? It's a holiday one, and I honestly think that that's probably where they're gonna get me, because I'm a sucker for these music boxes. Oh, you're here. Hello. Checking out your house. Okay, so you've got a reindeer up there too. I don't feel too bad because I have my reindeer. Let me see. And I love the garlands. Very nice. I'm not laughing. I'm laughing at the cute stuff. I'm not laughing at as if you went bad. I'd tell you, honestly, if I thought that it wasn't very... Like, if I thought you hadn't put a lot of effort into it and it showed, I'd say so. But this stuff is lovely. Is this the Imperial bed, or is this the one that looks like it but isn't? Is that the Breton bed? Because I think there's two of them, and they look very close to one another. But the Imperial one is crown only. But everything else looks kind of, in this room anyway, looks kind of Breton, so maybe. Not sure. I'm so lagged, I know you'll get this afterwards. Cute little... Okay, now I have to jump in this. I want to sit like that. Wait, my legs are cut off. All right, that's the one I was going for, but my legs are still cut off. You get the idea. And then the sink. The storage and the bank. And an office. Very smart. I've seen some people build up into this ceiling a little bit. Like they'll put a second floor up there. It makes it a little more cramped, but it is doable. Yeah, it is nice. It's hard to do something nice with this house, honest. Okay, that made it look like the cat was playing with a Christmas ball, didn't it? It looked like the cat was playing with an ornament. I know it's not. I think that's just the kitty's animation. But it totally looked like that to me. I don't know. I can walk straight, really. I promise I can. Okay, so this is nice. You walled off the back portion, which actually looks far more natural than it does normally. So, oh, that must be the Griffin's Nest painting. I honestly thought, I honestly thought that you had done that with that Christmas ball. Didn't realize at first. But actually, yeah, so I like this a lot better. I honestly... Oh, I see what you have up there. Uh-huh. I see up there. I see where you're trying to hide stuff. How do I get up to your treasure? Through here! Oh, goodness. You've tricked me. You tricked me. And here we go. I always say to people, oh, you could do storage up here. But she's certainly storing something. It's just not what you expect. Really well done. It was a good trick. It would be even better if this makes me fall through. Nope. Didn't fall through. Sadness. But you got me completely. I fell for it. There you go. Okay, lots of different levels help with kitchens. Looks lovely. Good job. 543 out of 600 items, no effects. So you really pushed it almost to the limit. Let me see, anything down here? Yeah, you did a really good job. Whee! Poof. Wow, it didn't port me. Hey, Eflux. I expected it to port me back to the front, but it didn't. So, Eflux, we've discovered now that you can build all the way to the top in this house, to the top of the globe. It's absolutely insane. And so now we were looking at Zari Korsten's, your stabby Nightblade's room. So, you know, we may be related, possibly. So, and then we were jumping in the heated pool over here and enjoying ourselves in winter. So, okay, I know I have another one. Oh, I was going to show you NPCs. Okay. I have, oh, I think I deleted them all in there. Let's go somewhere else. All right, so I have an NPC in Autumn's Gate, so I'll show you what it does first, and then I'll show you how to do it. Super easy. It's another one of the effects. Like I said, the effects are easier than anything else. Eventually, I'm going to have to start teaching you building. I can do that today, in fact, with one small build, but it'll be pretty easy. The problem with building is, imagine each item has a hitbox that's bigger than what the item is. That's why Ivy is so hard to move sometimes, is because the hitbox, you know, you want to select something next to it, but you end up selecting Ivy no matter what you do. It's because of the fact that its hitbox is just way too big. Now, when you come in here, the bear says something. See, she goes, "Baby bear NPC, she broke my chair." So what we're gonna do is let's say Papa Bear says something. Okay, so we'll go into EHT. We'll select NPCs. We can pick anyone we want. So let's just go with Jayheart because that's silly. See, this is not the only way you have to use NPCs. You can use them for anything. So what we'll do is we'll change Jayheart Ellis's to Papa Bear. And then we'll go, he just says, "Oh, hello there," right? And then we position him right by Papa, so he triggers when you go near Papa. And then we put him under, goes right down into the ground, right? Turn it off. See? Papa Bear NPC. Oh, hello there. That's how easy it is. You have now created an NPC, named whatever you want it to be named. Yeah, you can have a Jayheart. You can have a whole bunch of people. Let me show you. If I knew how. So for effects, you can have, yeah, you can hide them anywhere. There are a bunch of different people. There's Agravar, there's a Blood Fiend. So basically, you can have a vampire. There's Cardi. There's Crispy Critters. So they just, you know, these were just people who paid to have their picture put in here. And you can use them for anything. And just have them, call them whatever you want. These are this is the laborer, so you can have him farming. Lash. You have an Orgonian lord. You have the maid who's sweeping. You can put her anywhere. Mercenaries are, I believe, yeah, they're doing sit-ups and push-ups. So, like, I'm not clicking on this, just so you know. You just put your mouse over it, and it'll preview anything. There's NPC Stormhawks, a Stormlord, a Trader, and a Werewolf. So all of these are just, you can use them, you can name them anything, and then go away, preview. I hate when previews stick around a little longer than they're welcome. So there. That's how you do it. Thanks for the follow, Nilinub. Boonallen is what I want to call you, because it's like backwards. So that's how you do it. Super easy. And then it'll say it only once. So what you have to do is, if you want to come and have him say it again, you have to basically come back in. I don't know if it's restart the whole thing or if it'll say it when I come back in the room. No, it has to be the whole thing. You have to like completely zone out and then zone back in order to get them to say it again. But regardless, that is how you do that. Super easy. If you ever forget and you want my help, happy to show you. But all you do is you set the name and then, wow. No, oops, I picked the wrong thing. I picked the text, not the NPC. So there, you can change the name to whatever you want it to be, and then whatever you want them to say, like, you smell bad. And then done. And hit out of it. Papa Bear now tells you you stink. So, that simple. Goldilocks still hanging out in there, but now I've shown you how to do that. I feel a little better. So I've taught you some things. Yay! All right. So this is what I'm going to show you for building, and then if any of you want me to look at your houses, I'd be happy to look today. I may have forgotten if somebody has said so. Don't feel pressured, because I have others that I can show you if you don't. But especially holiday houses would be nice, because I'm trying to teach people how to do stuff for the holidays. Now, NPCs could be great, because you could have Santa Claus, you could have whoever, you know, some elf or something like that talking to you. So that's cool. And then, yeah, I actually won the baller corn in AUT yesterday, and it's sitting in my inventory, in my mailbox, because I'm like, I kind of want to give it back. Oh, that's Goldilocks. That entire house was Goldilocks and the 3 bears. So the 3 bears are home, and Goldilocks is hiding, and she's kind of dead now. So that's why I have a hand coming out of the wardrobe. That's that grasping grave. That's all that is. I just hid it behind the wardrobe. That's not even an effect. That's how funny it is. All right, so let me see. This is how we're going to do this. Yeah, she did. All right, so we're going to make, I'm not going to mess with that just yet. So we'll do it with these. This is these red berries. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to open the builder, which is the little tool set, right? And then it's important when you're messing with the tool set, when you want to select something. First of all, you have to go into your controls and bind a key. This is true for a lot of different add-ons. If you have installed an add-on like Writworthy, right? And you don't know that you have the ability to craft with Writworthy, it's because it's not obvious. I may not have Writworthy turned on. No, I do. So let's pick a window for Writworthy. Let's pick a number or a thing. So let's do a question mark. All right. Bind it. Okay, that's how you bind. Now, shift question mark, and Writworthy comes up, and now you can create writs. It's I apparently have these 2 on me or in the bank or something, and then Writworthy will do writs so much faster and so much better. You can set them all up to go so they go like this, but you'd never have known this if you have Writworthy if you never set the key. So, for example, a lot of people think that Writworthy just tells you what the mat total and per voucher really is, the breakdown. It does do that, but it also tells you, it also will make them for you. And if any of you use Dolgubon's Lazy Writ Maker, he actually recommends that you use Writworthy to do it. He does not recommend that you use his program to do master writs. So now you know. Now, where I was going with that was with EHT, you actually have to set a control to select anything. So once you've done that, once you've selected, you've set the control to select, what I want to do is all items same as target. So I want to select every single one of these in the house. So I select, use my select key, and now they're all selected, right? Now I want to make them into a line. I want to do something simple with them. Let's make a line. So it automatically calculated that I have 19 of these. We're going to reset because I want it to build right here. And it's building a floor, which is not what I want, but we'll fix that. So basically, let's say we want it to be 19 long and just 1 wide. And then we hit build. And now I have a floor, technically a wall. Oops. Let me do this. Well, okay. There's a couple of ways you can move this now. But you can use this big thing there. That way I can show it to you. Rotate. If I knew pitch versus roll, sometimes I'm just like, what is wrong with me, Karen? All right. There. Now, you can see the problems here. The problem here is all of this extra space between each item. That's not added. That's actually because the item's hitbox is that big. That's what it does. So what we're going to have to do, you can do this one of two ways. One way is you can mess with the item dimensions and say that the item is actually only 2 meters. The width is only 2 meters. The height can be whatever it is. And it'll pull it closer together because it thinks that the item's smaller. But the way that I like to do it sometimes is I'll do -1, -1, and then try it out. Let's see what happens. And now it's pushed them together. So this is the trickiest bit of building this part. It's super easy otherwise with EHT. This is how you make perfect lines, right? Everything else is just so straightforward, makes a lot of sense. You just don't have to even think about it. But the building is difficult because nothing is like, it doesn't seem like anything is perfectly cut out. And so everything has this added space on either side. It's really annoying, and it took me forever to figure out how to deal with it. But here you can do so many different shapes. Let's do a circle. Radius, with circles, you have to mess with the radius. So if you want a really small, we're going to reset. So if you want a really small circle, you've got this. It makes it 3. Let me move a light closer here. So you've got a simple circle. But if you want a bigger circle and the same amount of items, you can do that too. So I've set this to 4. Now it's got a 4 radius. So it seems mathy, but the reality is that you can play with it. You can mess around with these different numbers and see what they do. You can do discs, domes, floors, pyramids, rectangles, scattered, a sphere. I don't know if it'll do a sphere because I may not have enough items. Where are you gonna put? No, I don't think I have enough items for it. Yes, absolutely. This is how you would do it. You could do stairs. Talk about useful. There you go. It'll make stairs, but you see them? They're in stair shapes. And yes, they're the right distance from one another. So you could walk up them if you wanted to. But once again, so yeah, you can just make stairs out of anything, really, that has any kind of collision at all. You can make stairs out of it. So back to the, we're going to do back to the floor, 1 item, and we're going to do item spacing -1s. Wait, I don't care about height. Build, and there you go, I have my circle again. I can move items as a group, which means that it doesn't move each individual item slowly. And then we've got roll, and then we've got rotate. It's this simple. You just mess with the little, it's pretty obvious. You mess with the little arrow keys. Did it make 2 rows of this? Yeah, it did. I want it to only be 19 items, but 1 item thick. So floor, I find, is the easiest way to do a straight line. I found is with floor, just making it 1 line thick. Now, look, the reality is that you could sit here and you could actually do this by hand, and you could make whatever you wanted to make with it. And I could have, you know, just stuck, and I probably will fiddle with it because look, they look too perfect. All right, so now everything's where it kind of should be, sort of. Oops. All right, and what I want to show you is this. So you get the basic line down, right? Then, because everything looks too perfect, maybe you just want to spin this one around a little bit, or take this one and just move it a little bit so that it doesn't look so perfect, you know? You can just play with it and move things around and do different things with it. So this will make it just a little different, you know? Looks a little, it doesn't look as perfect. So there you go. That's what you can do to make it look a little less repetitive. So I'm going to get rid of this garland because I don't like it anymore. Not that. Okay. Delete. I don't like that garland. We're going to actually make a garland at some point. Go away. But these are my Christmas balls. Yeah, it makes it looks a little bit more real. So this tree, eventually I'm going to have, you know, all the balls on it. But we're going to fill it up. We're going to fill it up. And that's how you get started. I know a lot of people are scared to do anything with EHT, but that's really, honestly, it's very simple once you start playing with it. So what my suggestion to you is this: go to your storage house and select everything in it and play with it. That's how I learned. Basically, just I went to my storage house, which happens to be Grand Topol because I'm ridiculous, and then hit reset. Always remember to hit reset. Select everything, and then just start playing with it. Try changing these items. Try doing orienting. You orient each item with the target. So that means, like, if I want everything in the group to be facing the same direction as this guy, I could do it. So just play with it. Play with it. It looks scary and daunting, but once you actually start playing with it, it's really not that bad. It's not that bad. So I have one more Christmas house, unless somebody wants me to look at their house. We've got Crow's snow globe. I hope you're learning something. I'm trying. Some people were saying that all I really do is tour houses, and I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to show you how to do it after you tour a house. You know, it's like, okay, so you've got this great idea now. Well, what do you do with it? God, I need my coffee. I'm so out of coffee. Oh, I'm glad. And also, you know, I want you to also have some faith in yourselves because you're all pretty talented. And, you know, I was hoping that, yeah, it is fun. And also you get ideas. It's not just getting inspiration, which is what J Hart really goes and talks about. He talks about the inspiration, which is nice. But it also teaches you how to do things. For example, here we go. What you want us you want a Santa, right? Well, now we've seen like 3 different houses that have dead reindeer. That would be a way to do Santa. Dead reindeer with a cart. And this one has an additional little sky shard coming out the butt, so it looks like it's, you know, rocket or magic. You could do that. So that's a way to learn how to do that. These trees are all beautifully lit with very expensive items. Jeez. Right? I know. I feel that way too. So many dead deer. You know, you can do that with rabbits. There was a person, girl gamer, I want to say, who did a giant carrot. Oh my goodness, another sub. Thank you so much. But people having bunnies and they all, oh, thank you. Oh, that feels so good. My professor from college watches and he's like, I don't even know what you're talking about, and I feel like I'm learning stuff. he's he's very supportive, and I feel like turnabout is fair play. You know, I had to listen to him talking about political science back in college, so now he's got to listen to me. It's funny. So Christmas lights, apples, and those stones we looked at again in the auridon house. Apples get really expensive around holidays, and this is why, because people buy them for some sort of, yes. I think that was Research Monkey did the bunny brewery. But he's since stolen the bunnies to put in something else. Oh, look! I didn't even see the bunny. Look, a dead bunny. Looking at the ornament, or maybe putting the ornaments up. That's probably it. Okay, look at this. This should be obvious, but I never see it. Somebody is bringing home the Christmas tree. You know, they just picked up their Christmas tree and is carting it home. That should be in so many different... Yeah, thank you. I'm so glad you guys have potatoes. Here's more bunnies, you know, hanging out with one of the snowmen. Somebody really likes their bunnies. Okay, mesmerized. Sorry. Not dead, mesmerized. Okay, doke. Yeah, little cute touches. Again, so this cross is using those crystals that I showed you in the beginning when we first went to the auridon trader in Skywatch. So you can buy those there if you have the achievement. And then, oh, Jesus, this is a guar. Oh my goodness, Nana, jeez, you're amazing. I have no words. Jesus is a guar. I think I'm gonna start using that as my catchphrase. Jesus is a guar. Okay. I'm gonna die laughing now. Oh, look at that! Look, all the clear flowers as ornaments. That's really pretty. I almost missed it though, because it didn't stick out. I bet you the blue ones would probably show a lot clearer. So these are candles. The way that they do it is they face the candles out towards you. So you've got an apple candle facing towards you, so it looks like a ball of light, not like a, it doesn't look like a candle. You can't tell it's a candle because it's on its end facing you. So that's how you do that trick. And then this is alternated dreams shards and the, oh God, the Reaper's March. I forget the name of it, but they've got a purple stone there that you can do. So this just alters the, you know, alternating the lights to make it look like it's, you know, it's dyed that color. Jesus is a guar, I told you. And the bunny is worshiping. It is a manger, though. You gotta give him that. This is definitely... Oh, do you? Okay. And so interior, lots of ideas for ornaments. We've got apples. We've got radishes. Sorry, radishes. These are expensive ornaments. Geez, these melons, they're a fortune. Because the recipes are so rare and it takes a lot of wax. And there's some bananas in here. These guys, these little tree ball things. This Cold Harbor. And radishes. So basically this is a veggie tree. That's what I would call this. I like to put these little statues down by the foot of the tree as well, because I tend to think, whoops, I tend to think, oh, I'm sorry, that these look like toys. So if you put them at the bottom of the tree, it looks like a little kid's gonna get little statue toys. There we go. And more carpeting. I think this is the best carpet for holidays, personally, because it's got so much red in it. And this horn is also a very good Christmas ornament type thing that you could put in there. Bunnies stealing cookies. Don't trust your bunnies, dead or alive. Okay, so more ornaments. God. Is that? Huh. I don't actually... I think that's a sweet roll just with a lot of light in it. I think that's a sweet roll. I can't tell. Thank you again. Sorry about that. Lots of prezzies. Remember, presents don't always have to be square. Oh, there you go. Thanks, Anna. So here's another auridon tree, by the way. And tree carpets. This is a really good tree carpet. When you think about it, it's red and gold are great Christmas colors. So I think that's a really smart idea. I'm starting to lose my voice. I may not be able to go much further. And then here, bedroom. Wonder if this comes with the house. This may come with the house. That bed. Like if you get it furnished. And then the fireplace that comes with the New Life Festifer. Okay, I like when people do this. Okay, Sinuses, we'll do that. We'll go before we quit. We'll look at your house. So this is taking the actual New Life fur and just sticking, wedding flowers and maybe other things onto it to make it a little bit more different. A little bit different from what the standard one looks like, because you want to customize your stuff. Are they smuggling? I bet you they're smuggling here. Yeah, I think they did a nice job. Wait, I didn't go up. I gotta go up unless they closed it off. Oh wait, I'm in the basement. I got confused. 600 there's 600 items. I like that clock. I'm gonna put one of those clocks in my Nutcracker Sweet House. A feast. This is how I like to make turkeys as well. My turkey looks just like this. It has the 3 meat hawks. Just put it in a certain place to look like a turkey. And as a matter of fact, I'm really impressed they came up with the redone tray as something to hold this, because I was unable to find anything that looked right with it. And then incense underneath to make it look like it's smoking. And everybody's eating. And then we have the kitty with water and food. And then we'll go up here. Anything up here? Oh, just a little bedroom. I guess this is where the help sleeps, because you have that big bedroom underneath, right? Lots of people like to put their kitchens right here. I'm always curious to see what they put here, because I've seen people put fountains there, or like here, you have storage, barrels, whatnot. So that's nice. Numisma is not trapped in a display case. And then nothing up here. Okay. Is there anything down there other than me? Whee! There we go. Magic carpet does that. So if you ever want to, it'll protect you from being splat in anyone's house. So download Magic Carpet. That is also a Cardinal 5 house add-on. Let's go to Xanas's house. Gosh, it's so hard to do Xanas's name as a plural. Oh, thank you for the follow, Noel. I think that's how you say it. So Xanas's, and we're doing their Sleep Creek. Oh, it's not open yet. You should go open it, Xanas's, so that I can go visit. Otherwise, I can't go. All right. Let's see. I want to see if anybody... I got a real compliment from Greek Vamp the other day, and that was really thoughtful. Reverse John. Oh, okay. Nudge 125. So, let me see if Xanus is... We were looking at holiday houses. Let me see. I'm checking to see if I can find more while we're waiting for Xanas's. We have Cloud Trader. She actually follows me then. Oh, okay. Let me know. No. Oh, wait. Let her know. She can let me know when it's ready. But, so yeah, I don't know. You guys see me use this all the time, but this is the hub. This is Essential Housing Tools also. If you get this, what's nice about it is open houses. I'm slowly getting slots to finish all the wings of halls. It's sure. Yeah, I was talking to somebody about that this morning, Funky, and they were saying, oh, it's kind of nice that they gave us that, but it's, I don't know. They said it's in a huge house, and I'm like, you can't really think of it as a huge house when it's only got the slots for one section. Oh, Swink, I think I saw it yesterday or 2 days ago. I think it should be on the forums with which one it is. So these are all the open houses that you can go visit. This means somebody got this downloaded. Thank you for the follow, Blissfully. Somebody got this, added their house to say, it is open for you to come visit. Please come visit my house and look at it. And so it's asking you to come. And like, I don't know if you're like me. I used to go down the guild list and just to port to primary, and I would stalk people. I had to stalk people, and I always felt bad because maybe some people didn't want me in their houses. But this way, you know people want you to come visit. They actually want to show it off. They want to share their art. It's been a fabulous one. Oh, wow. It's been a fabulous addition, and it's a wonderful way to share your art and see other people. I agree with you. That's why I don't think it's a very nice thing. That's just me. Now I see what's going on here. I don't know if you guys noticed, but in the Kraken Home contest, I noticed a lot of people are using these. Oh gosh, I guess I've been looking at them randomly all this time. These are vines that you can get from finishing, I think it's the Dragon Guard quests. And then you have the red strands of, this is actually a really smart garland idea. These red garlands are like essentially perfect for it, for holidays. But yeah, these glowy things look like lights. So people have been using them to be mini lights. And just adding them all up is so nice. And I love the colors. Using the rocks, the achievement rocks. So yeah, this is what that's going at. And you have a red path here by using the also red fire plants. I think these are from the regular vendor in Rimmon. Very nice. And Sleek Creek is amazing. And oh, that was Violet Baby. Violet Baby made the ski hoe. You should go visit it. It's neat. Um, I don't know actually. I think some of them come with the enchanted. They don't come with this house, so they probably. I I I've got to check now because like it's gonna drive me nuts if I don't check. ESO. No fur. So snowy trees. This is in-game money. This one. But there's plenty of them that would have been not in-game money. So there's some of them that are like, you know, a couple hundred. I mean, 150 at maximum generally. Okay, tall snowy firs, housing editor. So unless you got this with the snow globe home, this is actually just crown only. And it's according to what, if you guys ever want to see what items are, this is the site. I mean, just forgive the fact that it has the snowy fur in it, but here's the link to where you want to look at items so you can see them previewed. That's what I use. I use MMO Fashion, and that's how I look at items. I'll show you another way in a minute. But Sleek Creek is an affordable home, and it's a home you should get because it's got this beautiful water feature. And for the price, it's great, especially since it's right near Ralka. Lovely North is also good, and in fact, Lovely North may be better for this because this actually tells you where to find. Actually, it's just plain old Lovely North. This also tells you where to find different achievement and regular vending. I can't remember, Ambrella, how much it sold for last year. I can see. I bet you it's still up somewhere. The snow globe rounds. $5,250? Okay, unfurnished 4,200 crowns. Furnished 5,250 crowns. So it depends on whether or not you oh, that's a great site. Go to that site. Spend some time on it. You're going to love it because it shows Lovely North shows you where to get everything. Home goods. Like if you're wondering, where the heck do I buy these grandmother flowers? Well, it tells you. You go to Stone Falls, Shadowfen, or the Rift. You know, and that's where you buy them. So it'll tell you exactly which vendors they are. Yeah, so that's, you know, basically these trees are going to be, I think the smaller ones too. Oh, okay, this is going to drive me nuts. I'm just going to have to look at Lovely North real quick and look at trees. So she's got a whole section, I think it's a she, for trees and shrubs. And so for the snowy ones, I'm scrolling down. This would be the easiest way to tell, I think. Yeah, I don't think there's any snowy ones that are for sale. No, there's no snowy ones for sale that are not crown or come with a house. The Somerset bush, the spruce, is what you want to use along with the shrubs smallberry, also in Somerset, if you want to build garlands. Those are affordable. I think the spruce is only 100 gold. The berries are only 100 gold. And that's what you would want to use for garlanding. So this is nice. This is beautiful. Lots of candles. If you want warm feelings, warm, like a feeling of warmth in your house, even though you have lots of snow. Snow is also crown unless you buy it from a house that has it. You would want fire. So putting fire, like red, like normal colored fire, makes things feel warmer and more homey. whereas putting blue fire can make something almost feel colder, more magical. And you see the wiggle? See that wiggle? That's what people use to simulate an aquarium a lot of times. They'll take these blue flame braziers, which you can make. These are craftable items. And they'll put them underneath display cases or something else that they want to be an aquarium. And it creates this wiggly look. And it's super cool. The other thing that does that occasionally is the waterfall can create that wiggle. And you may want to put the waterfall underneath or in front of, you know, some way stick it in there for aquariums. That would work. All right, and I'm so distracted here, Xanasis, but I really do like it. Somebody used this as a sleigh in one of the houses yesterday, and I'm wondering, I don't think you could do it, but because you can't mirror it. But man, wouldn't it be nice if you could put one on each side? But I don't think you can. It's kind of depressing. This was amazing though. Actually, I thought of a way you could do it. You could take this and then you could, on the other side of it, have another one facing inwards, but then you would have to sink it into the wall. It would have to be sunk into the wall or maybe into snow. That would be a good way to hide it. So there you go. That's how you cobble that, I think. That would be a good sled. And Xanis has put, you know, a pillow type dealie here. I actually don't know what that is. Maybe that's just the normal way it looks. I don't know. These are buckthorns. They are luxury items, but you can get them pretty cheap. And this is all lovely. I love the colors. The red and the green. Ivy works really well. Actually, look at this. I never even thought of it. This would be great for the holidays, given the lighting. Neat. All right, now I'll finally go in the house, I promise. Okay, sunbird flowers, also vendor. Okay, so we still have the beautiful view though, but I love these trees all around. And then now we're indoors and there's a feast going on. Hey, Xanasis. Hello. Xanasis wondering what took me so damn long. I'm sorry. I was exploring. So I love this too. Okay, so I know you could say almost anything could be a present, but I honestly feel that every tree should have a jester's coffer underneath it, just because we all should have about 11 billion jester's coffers. I like the idea of using the cage. You can get this in Rimmon also, I think. And then look at the little unusual items, but they still look like they're presents, you know? Like the little jar of dye or the balls of thread, just the sacks even, a simple sack. All these things look like they could be Christmas presents, and they're just simple. And so don't be intimidated trying unique or interesting things as your Christmas presents. And I honestly think Xenis has sunk down the entire treasure just to leave this bowl portion, which means there must be underneath a hidden... Oh, look at that couch. Look at that cobbled couch. How cute is that? Yeah, I have to go look now. I have to look under and see if they... Oh, okay. You're using that to block me out. I have to see where the rest of the treasure is. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. How'd you hide it? Where is it? Oh my goodness, no, you can't even see it. It doesn't come out the other side. Well, there you go. There's an idea for you. I guess it wouldn't. I guess that makes sense. Lovely house, Anna says. Let me show people two things. No, derp. I use an add-on called a teleporting add-on. So basically, I just type in /TP space, in this case, Southern Elsewhere. Yes, that was an amazing house. Thank you for the invite. And I think we all got some really good ideas out of it because there's some brilliant ideas. In fact, that's why I'm going here. I want to show people where to get some of these items because it can be a little confusing with what's going on with Southern Elsewhere. Basically, Southern Elsewhere is it does have a regular vendor, a regular furnishing vendor. But what you need to know is that this regular furnishing vendor is quite literally regular. It's exactly the same as the, hold on, I don't really know my way around here yet. There we go. It's exactly the same as the ribbon one. So you're not going to find any furnishings here that are different. You're not going to find your achievement versions here, but you can get the same stuff as you do in ribbon. So, for example, you can get these wagon wheels that the real war hamster, I felt so bad. He bought them from somebody and he probably overpaid because you can buy them for 250 gold a pop. These flowers were what Xanasis had in that front walkway. Affordable. You can buy a bunch of them and use them as filler color, you know. And the red, it works perfect for the holidays. Same here if you want to go with a more tropical look. The wood, as I always talk about the wood. There's just some really neat trees, but this is what I was thinking about for garlands. This is brilliant. This is just such a good idea. Thank you, Xanasis, because it's already in the garland shape. And if you wanted, you could even do green garlands or mix them. It would be such a smart idea. You really could get some amazing things done with these garlands. It's super smart. So those are some ideas. Now, this is not where the achievement vendor is because the achievement vendor has to be unlocked. And it's something that a lot of people are really pissed about. You actually have to do the main quest line. And you actually have to finish 30 quests with the Dragon Guard, and also in order to unlock the Southern Elsewhere achievement vendor. Before that, you can't even see it. So that's where we're going to go there. This is Tidehome. This is where the Dragon Guard basically has their hideout. So if you haven't done the main quest line, eventually you're going to get to a point, I'm not going to give you spoilers, this isn't really a spoiler, eventually you're going to get to a point where you have the Dragon Guard are all in this enclave, and this is where it is. And there's, I don't know, they're just tools. When you get to the point where you are doing the dailies, this guy is one of the guys who, hold on. No. This is a guy, Dirge, is one of the guys who is going... Yes, you're right. 20. 30 is when you get the box. 20 quests. My apologies. And some of the main questline ones count too, I guess. But Dirge here is one of your people who is going to give you these quests. And in the beginning, you'll only have 2 people who give you quests. So Dirge is one of them. And then we're going upstairs. And there's just a bunch of people hanging out. Okay. No, it is. It's super annoying. And I didn't know this stuff. So I felt like, you know, I was trying to find out, like, how does this even work? Thank you for the follows. Blissfully, I totally missed that. Chizbari is your second person who is going to give you the quests, the Dragon Guard quests. She has you kill dragons, and you have to kill 3 dragons in Southern Elsewhere and then come back to her, and you can do that once a day. It's kind of exhausting, but if you are doing the holiday right now, you would want to pick up her quest first. There's also one in Rimmon you would want to pick up before you do anything. So that way you're doing 2 quests at once. Okay, so when I was saying there's just 2, well, this guy gives you a quest at some point, this Darfsner, whatever his name is. So keep an eye on him. He'll have an arrow over his head at one point, but then you're done. And this is where she shows up, the achievement furnisher. I was looking for her everywhere. She only shows up when she will sell stuff to you. So when she does, this is what you've got. One of these lights. Here's a warning about this light. I know it's a tacky thing, right? It's not important, but when you're in housing, that light shows up as something you can put down in every single house, even if you already have it down in one house. So it's always going to be under your lighting section in your house, which is kind of annoying. I'll show you what I mean later. I haven't finished, so I haven't gotten this grave yet, but these are just normal tabards. Now this is what I was talking about for the Christmas lights. It's kind of an expensive way to go about it, but you know, it's a really neat, pretty bell. Why anyone would turn it off, I don't know. And then the Canarthic bell, when you click it, it doesn't show you, but it makes this wiggly thing, and that's neat too. I didn't get the map. I know, isn't it amazing? These new moon, this is stupid long, and so many houses will not have the shit. Okay, EHT, let me show you something. All right. Nope, it's not showing me. Usually it shows me a man next to it. Where did the man go? There used to be a little man. Let me take something stupid big. Something stupid big have it? Maybe these are too small to show the man. Usually they have a little man that will show up next. It's Tithys, actually, that shows up when you preview items. Maybe it's only when it's in the bank. I could talk to Cardi about that. Yeah, that's what we should be seeing, but I have a feeling it might be just in the bank. Anyway, so this is the Moonlit Cove light, the little baby tiny lights that Xanasis used a ton of. They're super affordable. They're only 1,000 gold a piece. So you could just plaster the world with these things. And that is what I was talking about. So that vine is just amazing. Lots of these pretty rocks. That's EHD, believe it or not. That was, I'll show you something. I wanted to show you Somerset anyway. I want to show you the, where to get the other thing. I'm trying not to be too basic because I know a lot of you people know this. So, but we'll do it anyway because honestly, I think it's a good refresher because sometimes you can forget what's easily available to you and you think about just, you know, the high-end stuff and maybe it's just much more affordable. I'm going to see if it does it in the bank. Yeah, you're going to have to, honestly, Zared, because, I mean, there's too much cool stuff there to let it sit, but it ticks me off, too. So, let me see if this does it. Okay. Corpse. Measure. That might be too small. Furnishings. What's big enough? What the heck? Okay, this should have it because this is huge. I don't know where they went. I'm going to have to talk to Cardi about it and say, the little man are, and the... Usually it shows Tithys next to it and then a bookcase. So you can compare the actual sizes of things. You know, you don't just get a reading that means who the hell knows, right? What does this actually mean? So if you have it in comparison with something else, it's much more helpful, and I don't know why it's not showing up. So what I'm going to do is take a picture of this, and I'm going to ask Cardi why that's happening. So hopefully we'll get that fixed. But regardless, it still is a preview. You do not need the preview item add-on for it. Essential Housing Tools does it itself. So you can just get that and it does everything, honestly. And now you can preview furnishings. So there you go. Another cool way to deal with it, that problem. All right, so this is what I'm talking about with the home goods furniture. She's my friend. Oh, no, Skeevy, that's why we're here. I mean, to answer questions of any level, don't feel bad. So this is exactly the plate. This is the fur that I was talking about, and you can measure this stuff too. Um, Theoretically, yeah. No person pops up, but you get the idea. And this is what I like to use for some of the different decorations around the holidays. There are so many useful things here. Affordable sunbird plants are nice. And of course, the lovely, the always wanted tree blooming ginkgo. This is the one that drops the petals. So you're going to want this one. I buy them in bulk. This is another type of ivy you can get. It's good when you just want to plop little pieces of ivy up there. So this is what you get a lot of structural stuff from. This is all very affordable comparatively. That was when they first started giving us real structural items, was with Somerset. Now the achievement vendor. I don't have this yet because I'm lazy. But you can get the kin lady, you can get all sorts of this stuff. Coral. This is where you get some of the better coral. This I will never buy because it's overpriced. This I didn't unlock. But I use these. These are really neat. These glowy trees. I love the kelp. But of course, the number one thing that everyone comes here for is the waterfall. So you have to do a bunch of quests. Yeah. Mine too. You have to do a bunch of those daily quests to unlock that particular item, the waterfall, but now I use it in every house. Now, the holiday achievement furniture is also, like, if you go to Elden Root, you can find one there. But if you have, like, if you're Mayhem Madness, you can get stuff here. This is new life since I did it last year. There's a couple of things for it. Jester's trees. Now, this is the other tree that drops petals, but it's purple. So when the Jester's holiday comes around again, be sure you do what it takes to get this to open up, because you want this. You want this Jester's tree. It drops beautiful petals, and put together with the ginkgo tree, it's just amazing. And this was good for Halloween if you wanted it. These are the witches festival stuff. So you can get this stuff year round, even though it's holiday stuff. So just remember where to look is that. Now the global achievement, same thing. She can also be found in major cities. And here you have different things you can get depending on what you unlocked. I'm not in love with any of them, but there you go, in case you want them. The decorative sky shard requires you to open every single non-DLC sky shard in the game. That includes Cyrodiil. So you're kind of stuck with that. That's really not, you don't really have much choice with that. These are the daily quests I'm talking about. This guy and then this chick are your dailies. So that's where you would pick those up to go do the daily quest to unlock stuff. And I think that's it. I thought that was what I was going to show you. Let me think. Oh, one last thing. So yeah, I would get that. If I know a lot of people are resistant to essential housing tools, but you have to consider the benefits of it. First of all, it automatically saves your homes, and also you can preview items on the auction house. There's so many things that you can do with it. The hub, look at all those open houses. So the way to install the community app is really simple, and that opens up the hub, and it also tells you, it shows you other people's builds. So like if they used effects, you'll see them. So you really should install it. It's been checked by multiple virus companies. It's perfectly safe, and ZOS. It's now owned by a ZOS employee. He's a Cardinal 5, so it's trustworthy. Basically, what you have to do is you go into your folder for essential housing tools. It's under the add-ons section. You know, if you know how to get to your add-ons, you know how to get to it. And then it's just an exe in there. You click the exe, you run it, and it will start and install the community app, and that's it. You're done. It'll load itself. It'll do everything. Why am I doing this? It'll do everything for you. So it's really worth it. And then now you can see other people's effects who have uploaded them, and it's, to me, it's, you know, it's opened up a whole new world. A whole new world. That was awful. So this is the ribbon guy, and this is where you got the cage. So this is the achievement vendor, by the way. So the cage is a really good present. That's what Xanasis did. They put it under the tree. This is really smart. And then this table is huge. This is, I've used these in gardens. I've used this fire guy. He's awesome. Moongate, obviously. This was my cornucopia. I used the replica cornucopia horn for, there you go. You know, it's the right shape. You can use that. Toje Rat, Ratstone, and then these are for trials, which means I will never, ever unlock them. Ever. Because I will never, ever do a trial. So, that is that. And I think that's it. So, I'm trying to think of something. I know there was something I was going to tell you guys. I don't even know where to look for the PvP achievements. Like, I know that they exist somewhere, probably by the battleground guy in Vardenfell, but the truth is that I've never checked them because I never thought I would get them. But that's something, too, that you know, if you PvP, you have access to things that other people don't. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Volendrung. If anyone hasn't, tell me and I will show you Volendrung. It's kind of amazing. You can get Volendrung and replica Elder Scrolls. They're like decoy Elder Scrolls. And you can put those in your house as well. And they're really beautiful. So, and then Volendrung has a super, super bright light. It's crazy. So then I guess what we'll do is we'll close out on Hammer Death. Unless somebody... Why weak? Are you okay, Delicia? Did everything go okay? You got me worried now. Anyway. Yeah, that was worrisome. How do you unlock what? Volendrung and the other one? PvP stuff. Oh, yes, Undaunted. I can tell you about Undaunted as well. They all come from dungeons, unfortunately. You have to do certain dungeons and it will unlock certain beautiful furnishings. So let's do that. Don't know if you know this, but the Undaunted guys, you probably all know this, but the Undaunted guys have 3 camps. One outside of Mournhold, one outside of Eldenroot, and somewhere, probably Storm Wayrest, I think. So they're all right outside, and you can do their quests. You can do their daily quests or their whatever. And if you're in BBC 2, Thrandath runs weekly or bi-weekly, runs through all of the Undaunted dungeons. So you could go with public dungeons. So you can go with him and get all of that rep and, you know, all the things that it drops. So that's what you're gonna want to do if you're in BBC 2. Some other guilds do it too. Let me see where those guys are. I can never remember where these dudes are. Okay, so this is the Undaunted area. And these are the quest givers. But what we want to look at is the quartermaster. Okay? So I don't have everything, but this one would be nice. These tonal things are, I mean, it tells you would have to go to Frost Vault Vanquisher of Achievement. So I'm assuming you have to do Frost Vault. You can also get this blood thing. You can get the horn that people use for cornucopias, the better horn. This is the orb I was talking about that I said I would never get. This would be for Scale Caller Peak. And then these are God's gift to amazing blue flowers. These, see? Gorgeous. Same with this tree. Oh, so beautiful. So I had people drag me through to be able to unlock these 3 beautiful green blue things. So that's how you get those, is you have to have somebody hopefully take you through I forget the name of it. 2 different places. Oh yeah, you could do them on normal. Want to say Marslock? I could be wrong. Oh Lord, Delicia, don't even. You're scaring me. So that's how you get those items. And I think that was all of them. Oh, did you not? Did you? Oh no. My guy who... CKPL. Yeah, there's lots of people who want to do that. I know Divine Design Alliance does it sometimes. I'm looking for something specific. I don't know why it's not showing them. I guess they deleted. But there was some guy who had a Volendrung and an Elder Scroll in his house. And I just use it as a standard way of showing it. I want to say he's in Spicy, though. Maybe not. They may have deleted or changed their names. Should you ever want to change your name, your username, I want you to remember one thing. It's not as simple as it sounds, because you have to go through all of your add-on folder and change your name to the new name. So find and replace throughout the entire thing. It's not an easy task. Oh, here it is. CKPL. Did I spell it wrong? 680. Oh, that's a 1, not an L. Okay. So just find a program online that'll do find and replace, and then you can find and replace everything in your add-on folder, and then it'll work right. But otherwise, you'll end up starting everything new, which kind of sucks if you had everything set up the way you wanted it. Lots of spam today. All right. So this is the house I was talking about, and then we're going to wrap up on this. This is the guy who has Volendrung and the Elder Scrolls, because they're ridiculous. I've shown this house off before, but for those of you who didn't know the color that Volendrung shows off, it's a hammer. That's it in the middle. That's not an effect. That is actually what Volendrung does. And those are all Elder Scrolls. They have 2 different kinds, 2 different colors. Yeah, that's Volendrung. It's a PvP thing. You'd have to win it, and it's not easy. And it's pretty much like ultimate bragging rights, though, right? If you're able to get that thing, you're pretty badass. I certainly wouldn't be able to get it. I'm trying to get a better view of it for you. It looks like a hammer, because it is a hammer. That's about as good as I can get, because I can't get over there, and I'll never see it in real life. So there you go. It's a hammer, and it makes that light. So yeah, PvP stuff. Things we will never get in our lifetime. You know, those of us who don't PvP. It's so unfair. I totally want an Elder Scroll, and it's like, why do I have to PvP to get an Elder Scroll? You guys suck. So, all right, I've been going a really long time today, so I am going to wrap it up. And I love you all. Got me. I would have to check the PvP stuff, which I don't even know where it is. So I'll look at it. I'll see if I can find that out for next time. So I apologize. And that's it. I'm going to call it. So thanks, everyone. Have a good one. And ending.